Hey everyone, I hope you're all really well today. I've just gotten home from work and I thought I would do another pick a card reading. I'm pretty pumped for it. Lots of the relationship pick a card readings, love, have been really popular, so I thought I would do another one. This one I'm going to do today is going to be asking what it is that is blocking you from finding love and like a really good relationship. So I've got 3 different paths to pick from. I was hoping today that I would come home and find my beautiful new cards that I have ordered in my mailbox, but they haven't arrived yet. So I'm just making do with my old cards, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just really excited to get my new cards, as you can see. So what I've done is I've actually pre-shuffled these cards just in order to give me a little bit more time to talk about their cards and their meanings rather than me just shuffling in front of you. However, I probably will still pull out maybe a few clarifiers if I need to, so I can still shuffle in front of you guys. And of course, as per usual, I'll be getting some advice from the Ascended Masters, okay? So we can be shuffling those as well. So we have 3 piles to pick from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. I'll hold them up for you, okay? So this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. Now, as I've said before, and I'll say again, go with your gut, don't think about it too much. The message that you need to receive will come to you, okay? If you want to watch all 3, go for gold, okay? Whatever makes you happy. But trust your intuition, okay? All right, so we're going to start with pile 1. Okay guys, so for pile 1, I'll show you your cards. Sorry, I know the camera isn't on the best angle. So, there's your cards there. I'll pick them up and show them to you. It's going to be a lot easier, but I thought I'd just show you them on the table. So the first card that I got for people who picked pile 1 is I got Death. Now, don't be scared. A lot of people freak out when they see this card. Death is all about beginnings, ends, and transformation, okay? So what I'm picking up so far already is the fact that you have a lot of fear around things not working out. Perhaps you've only just recently gone through some sort of breakup, some sort of ending, some sort of trauma. Maybe there has been a death, but that's not what I'm really getting here. What I'm getting here is that you have this fear around relationships ending all the time is what I'm getting. It's like you fear it. You fear things will never work out. You fear that, you can never find a happily ever after. Now, I can tell you right now, nothing lasts forever, and we all know that, okay? In saying that, though, I do believe that if we find the right person that we're compatible with and that we have a really good connection with and we're willing to put in the work into a relationship, we can definitely find someone that we can live with until we leave this realm, planet, earth, dimension, whatever you want to call it. So it can happen. But, people are not immortal. Well, maybe some are, right? But yeah, we do die sooner or later. So you do definitely fear relationships ending. You've been impacted by a lot of relationships in the past that have ended that you have thought were going to be, your forever. So you're still holding on to a lot of that. You're still holding on to the energy of, not being able to let go, not being able to move on, not being able to accept that nothing lasts forever, and that some relationships are just here to teach us a lesson, and they're not meant to be forever. Okay, but if we can learn the lessons that we need to from the relationships we're in that don't work, then we can ascend and go into better quality relationships, and find what it is that we're really looking for. Okay, so this is what this card is telling me. You fear endings. You fear that you're not going to find a relationship that's going to last and have longevity. So that's definitely blocking you. It blocks a lot of people, not just you guys, Pile 1. Okay, the next card I got for you guys was Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands is, a new beginning, a passionate new beginning. And that's something that you really want, but you kind of also fear it, because it's kind of like, what I'm picking up is that you fear that you can't get this, that you can't get a passionate new beginning. Okay, because everything we fear is everything we really want. And that's why it causes us so much anxiety and stress, because everything we want, as the quote says, is on the other side of fear. And we want a passionate new beginning with someone. This spread really is for people who are single, I would more so say. I mean, you can be in a relationship and still watch this reading, but this reading is all about telling you what's blocking you from getting all the things you want and being in the type of relationship you want. Okay, so you do fear not being in or offered a new beginning and a new relationship that's passionate. Okay, so when you fear it, when you fear things, they come to you. So you've got to be really careful what you think about. You've got to try and be in a more positive mindset more often. And I know that can be really challenging. But the more we practice it, the more we become it. Okay, so no one's ever going to be perfect. No one's ever going to have an amazing day every day, all day, and nothing's ever going to go wrong. And we all know that that's how it is. However, we attract what we think about. So if you're forever in fear, if you're forever worrying about, not having what you want and things not working out or things not being the way you want them to, then that's what you're going to keep bringing to yourself. That's going to cause you a lot of blockages, okay, and not allow you to have new starts and new beginnings and passionate relationships, okay? Now, we've also got the Knight of Swords. So I think also what blocks you is the fact that sometimes you do fear going full steam ahead. You do fear going into something new. You do fear learning the truths as well, and maybe what I'm picking up is that you do fear being left behind if you don't rush in. You fear not finding what it is that you want. Okay, you fear this. This is clarifying this to me basically. Okay, you want to rush in. You do want a relationship. You do want to find love. Obviously, that's why you're watching this video, right? But maybe also what's blocking you is you stopping yourself from, being a little bit more brave and just going in, okay? Just going in with your truth. Being more honest with yourself, being more honest with people, being more honest with the process and what it is that you want. Now, I've got some clarity cards. I've got some I need to breathe. I've got some more cards to clarify the ones that I've just shown you, okay? So, to clarify death, we have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? Is it the 9? Yes. No, it's the 10. Sorry. So we have the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is clarifying that you do fear, we talked about before about your fear of not being able to find something that's going to have longevity, okay? And you also fear not having, that happy family, that stability, financial freedom, having a partner and having dogs, maybe you don't want dogs, maybe you want children, there's a child there, maybe you don't want a child, maybe, you know, for some people a family is just two people being together, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is a family, I'm sorry, but that I consider that to be a family. Okay, whatever it is that you want, you fear it. You fear not being able to have this. Definitely, this is clarifying your fear. You know, you don't ever think that this is going to happen, because this is what you really want. You really want, you know, a good, happy family. Yeah, a good happy family that's stable, that's financially stable, you know, that's having a good time and enjoying the fruits of life, really, okay? So that's blocking you. Your fear of not having happily ever after, or whatever it is, you know, your wishes granted, is thinking you can't get it, okay? The clarifier for Ace of Wands is the Three of Swords, okay? So that's some more fear as well. Everything is fear-based, really, when you think about it, okay? But this is really riding at home. I feel like you've had some heartache in the past before, absolutely. Like a lot of people have, right? But you're still, it kind of feels like you're still in that energy. You haven't let go. And it feels like there's a couple of really intense relationships you've had that you haven't been able to maybe move past from as well, which is causing blockages for you, okay? Because you're seeing these hearts in the heart, okay? So this is heartache. There's blockages. Do some stuff, some crystal cleansing on your heart chakra, yeah? Get some rose quartz on your heart and just lie there, even when you're just watching TV, and Reiki yourself. Put your hand on your heart with a rose quartz, and yeah, you'll feel a difference, right? You need to heal, and in order to heal, you need to feel. You need to feel it to heal it, okay? But this is what's stopping you from thinking that you can have this big new beginning, or that you can offer someone this as well, is the fact that you have been so heartbroken, okay? Please trust me, many people have been heartbroken. Don't believe everything in social media. Don't get caught up in this hype of people putting up beautiful, perfect pictures of their relationships and their family and their marriages, okay? A lot of people, as you would know, put up that stuff because they're not going to put up posts of, you know, of like the day that their cat got run over. Sorry, that's a bit harsh, but you know what I mean? They're not going to put up pictures of themselves crying because they've lost their job, or their you know, husband's left them, or, you know, I'm being a bit morbid here, but you know what I'm trying to say. Everyone goes through this. It's just not many people talk about it, okay? But this is definitely blocking you. Past relationship hurt is blocking you, which it does for a lot of people, okay? And we got some clarification around the Knight of Swords. We got the Five of Swords, which is basically saying to me that I think sometimes you what's also blocking you, I'm picking up, is that you sometimes, like, even though you may have left relationships in the past, and this could add up with this, okay? So people have hurt you, but I'm picking up that you've also hurt a few people. You've also broken a heart or two, okay? So, and what I'm getting now is that because maybe you rush in, you know, maybe because you rush in and you are really blunt, and you sometimes put your foot in your mouth sometimes, you know, that it's caused these blockages for you, which is like, yeah, you may have left, you know, a few people because you weren't happy, or you've left a few people that you were in relationships in, and you may have thought to yourself, oh, now I'm better off anyway. I'm better off without them, you know, like they're not really the people I wanted to be with. But it's left you alone as well, you know. It's kind of like the double-edged sword. It's like you've hurt people, people have hurt you. But I think what I'm also getting from this is that sometimes you think you know everything. You think you know everything, and sometimes you think that you're better than everyone else and that you know more about everyone else in relationships, and that you have that really a bit of arrogance sometimes, you know, which blocks you. Not fully thinking things through properly and not really learning from past relationships you've been in, and also sometimes I'm getting as well playing the victim, being in that victim mentality of like, well, people have hurt me, so I've hurt people, so it doesn't really matter. You know, I've still got my swords. So that's blocking you as well. I'm going to get one more clarifier for that one, especially for this particular card. And I don't mean to sound negative when I was reading that, but this is what I'm getting, right? I'm getting that you've had a lot of heartache in the past, that you don't believe that you can have your happily ever after. You don't believe that you can have a passionate relationship with someone, or that you can offer someone a passionate relationship. And that's because you've rushed in too hard with some people. You've been too blunt with some people. You've expected too much from some people, you know, and then you've just gone, oh, well, that's how it is. Didn't work out for them. You know, I'm okay. And you do this big bravado thing, you know, where it's like a no-win situation here. Like, it isn't. Like, you think that you're okay, but you're not really. Like, you're suffering. You suffer from that. You suffer. But that's okay, because once you're aware of that, you can start growing and understanding and knowing that, you know, I'm not saying everything is your fault, and that's why not all of your relationships work out, but you know, there's that element we all have to take of responsibility, right? If we want Mr. Right or Mrs. Right or whatever, we've got to be that ourselves. We can't expect someone else to be perfect when we're not. We can't, you know, be like, oh, I want to go out with someone that has a beautiful, amazing body and this and this and this, but you don't have that. Or, do you know what I'm trying to say? I know that's really shallow. Or you can't expect something from nothing. You can't expect people to, you know. Yeah, I think you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's get some clarification on that one. Okay, that's too many. I'm just going to go with this one. Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Cups here. Okay, so it's kind of like there's a little bit of arrogance, because I think some of you in the past have thought, oh, you know, I'm sitting here happy, I've got my cups, you know, I've won some of my battles, you know, I've broken some hearts, but, you know, I've had my heart broken as well. And then it's just like that blockage of, you know, oh, I am so content, but you're not content. You're not content. You're not content. You want this, but you fear it. So I'm also feeling that you do a bit of self-sabotage as well, to be honest. You self-sabotage. You self-sabotage through, you know, the idea that you sort of think you know better than some people sometimes, or that you think, you know, that because this guy is facing this, you know, thinking that you know everything about what a passionate relationship is, or thinking that you know when to make the right offer to the right person. Maybe sometimes you think, oh, these aren't the right people to make the offer to. I'm better than these people. I can do better. And so you're just sitting there by yourself, and you might feel like you've got all these cups, but it's only a 9. You're not at that completion stage of a 10 of cups. And you're sitting there by yourself, and look at that body language. It's like, oh, my arms are crossed over, I'm blocking my heart chakra and my chest, and I think I'm really good. Sorry guys, this is so blunt. But yeah, it just feels like you need to, be a little bit more humble, breathe a little bit more. Understand that everyone goes through heartache. Understand that everyone has very similar fears to you, but it's how you deal with it, okay? It's how you deal with it, how you move forward from it, and being able to look in the mirror and recognize these things. Okay, guys, that is pile 1. We're going to get some clarification from the Ascended Masters, some advice, some further advice on these blockages. Don't be so proud as well, is what I'm getting. Don't be so proud. Don't let pride get in your way. So you got father, husband, brother, son. So I'm picking up that a lot of these blockages as well have probably got to do with, okay, so this can go either way for male or female, whether you're watching this and you're a male or you're watching this and you're a female, okay? Because masculine energy goes both ways. Both women and men do have masculine energy and feminine energy. It's just sometimes some of us have more than the other, or sometimes it's a bit unbalanced, okay? It depends on so many contributing factors, right? However, what I'm getting from this is that there's some blockages around relationships that you've had with either your father, your husband, brother, or son, and sort of how you relate to masculine energy. So if you're a woman watching this, it feels like there's some blockages that have to do with one of these people in your life, okay? One of these people in your life has this really hard energy, like I'm just feeling really like strong masculine energy, but almost too strong, or almost like that sort of like macho bravado sort of energy where it's kind of like, oh, I think I'm so amazing and look at me rushing in and being really blunt and cutting people's hearts. Sorry. That's terrible. I think you know what I'm trying to say. Just rushing in too hard, almost having that victim mentality, but like thinking it's like, oh, well, people have broken my heart, so it's okay that I've broken other people's hearts. It's almost like a justification, and almost like I'm getting a coping mechanism as well. And a lot of this stuff, you've got a lot of pride there. A lot of this stuff is subconscious, guys. So you're probably not even aware of this, but this is what the cards are telling me. And this is why a lot of people get card readings, in order to find out what it is that their subconscious is, what's going on in the subconscious, right? So yeah, there's definitely a lot of masculine energy that is blocking you. It's kind of like an imbalance of masculine energy, because even men need to have some feminine energy as well to balance themselves out, okay? And women need to have a little bit of masculine energy as well to balance themselves out, okay? So maybe if you're a woman watching this, maybe you've got a little bit too much masculine energy, or maybe you've got some issues around, dad issues, or, issues, I think, a little bit around control as well. Not wanting things to end. Yeah, it's like, it's funny because you've got quite a lot of swords in this reading, and you've got some cups. You don't really have any, well, you've only got one cups, which is hearts, and that's, to me, I'm feeling like this is all about your ego and pride, okay? So that's what you need to let go of. You need to not worry. You need to stop thinking that you can't find something that's long-term. You need to believe that you can have a nice, happy family that's stable. You need to believe that you can have new beginnings with people, passionate new beginnings. That you need to let go of this really strong heartache that you've been through, okay? You need to be a little bit softer and not be so harsh, you know, and not justify the heartache that you've caused in the past because of the heartache that people have caused you. You need to let go of that, okay? You need to feel it and to heal it and let go of your pride, because you might be sitting there thinking, oh, that's rubbish. I'm not like that. Okay, but watch it again when maybe tomorrow morning, or when, you know, you've had a cup of tea and you've calmed down a bit. But look, it's all good, people. None of us are perfect, and I actually think that's a really good reading. I think that it's raw and it's what you needed to hear. So that's pile 1. Okay. I'm also getting use your intuition more. Use your intuition more. If you're not a woman, pretend you're a guy sitting here, okay? If you were a guy sitting here, you'd be the Hierophant, right? So use your intuition more. Trust your intuition more is what I'm picking up for pile 1. Wow, that was a really long reading. That's good though. I think I got a lot out of it. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. Okay, so as per usual, this reading is going to run over time because my phone doesn't record more than 30 minutes for some reason. That's something I need to look into investing in as soon as I can. So there's going to be a part 2, okay, and I'll leave the link below. So we're now going to go with the second pile, which is this one. If this is your pile, I think this is the second pile. I can't remember. Whatever number pile this was, this is the one you picked up, because the other remaining pile is this one, which I think is pile 3. So this is pile 2, guys. We have, I'm not going to put the camera down, I'll just show you. Let me just get this sorted. Okay, we have the Fool. So what is blocking you guys is a lack of trust in the process, a lack of trust in starting new adventures, starting new relationships, having new beginnings. The Fool doesn't mean you're a fool, but what I'm picking up from this is that you don't trust the process, okay? You don't believe in just jumping out into new ventures. You're very scared. You're very scared. But you want to do it. You want to do it. You want to take a leap of faith, but you're a bit scared, right? And what's clarifying that is the 7 of Cups. Okay, so you're scared because you're kind of like, oh, but is what I really want going to be out there? Is what I'm leaping into going to be what I really want, or is it just going to be an illusion? Is what someone else is offering me or what I want an illusion? Because you are asking, you do want fulfillment in a relationship. But you fear diving in, you fear taking a new adventure, because you're not sure what you're going to get. But you are asking for it, you are manifesting, but you're not sure of what you're going to get. So that blocks you because you're scared of the unknown. What blocks you as well is the fact that you need some strength, okay? You need to build your strength. Maybe you need to do some weights. No, I'm not joking. Maybe you already do. Weight training is really good to build strength in your body, of course, but it also helps you feel stronger. If your body is strong, then you feel stronger as well, right? I'm not saying repressing stuff, but you need to build your strength up a little bit more. You have a lack of strength. You need to be stronger in your convictions, I'm getting, okay? Yeah, this is another one like pile 1. Three of Swords. So you lack strength because you've been hurt in the past. Like a lot of people, you've been hurt in the past. You don't trust many people, male or female, because you've been stabbed in the back before. Maybe you've been deceived. Maybe someone's been unloyal. Someone's been untrue. So you need to find the strength to remember that, to know that not everyone is like this, because not everyone is. I know there's a lot of people out there that that aren't, angels, who is, but you know what I'm trying to say. Not everyone is out to get you. So you need to have that strength. You need to rebuild your strength to get into a better quality relationship and to not have people do this to you again. Because also, you probably know when you're not strong, people can take advantage of you. Now, there's a difference between being strong and being someone that has too much strength, if that makes sense, or someone that's too proud, like the lion. So you've got to find that equal balance of being strong again, but still, I like that, but still being gentle. Because this guy is being really full on with this lion. I don't know if you can see it, but he's got some blood on his arms, okay? And the lion, I'm sorry, he doesn't look to me like he's too ferocious. So what I'm getting is, not just from the picture, but the energy I'm picking up, is that you need to be strong, but you don't need to worry about, having to go out there and be too strong with people. Be strong. Just stick to your boundaries. Have boundaries and stick to them. But remember that not all people are going to do this to you, okay? The more you think people will do this to you, the more of this you will attract. As I said before, what you think about becomes, the more you think about something, the bigger it gets, okay? So we got to try and think about good things as often as we can. Okay. The next card we got for pile 2 is the World, okay? So it's I kind of feel like you don't ever really think that there's going to be a new beginning. You just think that you're going to be sitting in this same cycle over and over again of like being in fear, worrying about picking the right cup, worrying about picking the right person. Because I'm getting that from this as well. I'm getting picking the wrong person. It's kind of like, I want to go on this adventure. I want to find someone new, but it's a blockage as well, because you're scared about, oh no, which one is the right person? Which one is the right person to